Audience this morning. Thank you, Tony. In this morning's American Family, Anita Baker is one of the most successful R&B singers today. Her latest effort, My Everything, debuted at number 4 on the Billboard charts. That's after being away for 10 years. She didn't let her success get in the way of her family. She chose to do what her own mother and grandmother could not do. She put aside her career to raise her children. I spoke with Anita about her 10 years away from the music business and the inspiring lessons she learned along the way.
I know that I need you, darling. I just wanna say you're my everything.
Back in the groove again?
Yes, ma'am. And I don't remember it being, this tiresome. I'm too old for this.
No, you're not.
Yes.
No, you're not.
Sweet Lord, help me calling out your name.
An 8-time Grammy winner, Anita Baker had the kind of career many artists only dream about. But a decade ago, the music suddenly stopped. Anita Baker walked away. Let's remind folks where you've been for those last 10 years.
Been doing basically what women do. You wear your wife hat and you wear your mommy hat, and when your parents come into play, you wear the daughter hat. And I was really trying to also put on top of that the singer, songwriter, producer hat, but it just wouldn't fit, over the last 10 years or so.
Come on, Ed. She has been as far from the bright lights and adoring crowds as you can get, wearing that mommy hat, as she says, for real. A stay-at-home mom, raising her 2 sons, Walter and Eddie, in suburban Michigan. We were there in your home, and you get down and dirty with your boys. You're out there playing football with them, playing basketball.
I'm a mother of sons. You gotta get dirty. You cannot, you gotta forget about the manicure.
But the decision to stay home and raise her boys was a conscious and very personal one. Baker was the first woman in 3 generations in her family who could choose to be there for her children. So your grandmother had to give up your mother.
Yes.
Your mother had to give up you.
Yes.
You weren't about to give up your boys.
No.
Baker calls her sons 2 of her men, and the other man in her life is her husband, Walter. She's very candid about the fact that their time together building their family hasn't always been easy. These last 10 years put a strain on your marriage.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. My attentions were so divided that our marriage started to suffer. And we were on the edge. We chose. What do I want? Do I want to go through some new garbage with a new person, or do I want to keep our garbage? I kind of like our garbage.
My heart and soul is wide open to you. Nobody but you, sweet baby. No one but you.
So you're dealing with this with your marriage. You have your 2 adorable boys. And then those people who are closest to you are dealing with life issues.
Oh, man.
Baker lost what she calls her Earth Mother, the woman who raised her in 2002 to Alzheimer's disease. What advice can you give to people that are in a similar situation?
I can only say what worked for me. And what worked for me was letting go of the idea that I was supposed to somehow fix it. I mean, there was a point when my Earth Mother didn't even know who I was, and we would sit across from each other, and she'd say, "Young lady, when is Anita coming?" But there was a point that came where I could sit there across from her and say, "You know what, she's coming tomorrow. And she's bringing you this, that, and she just can't wait to see you." For me, I had to learn to just be there.
Someone was saying something about your wedding ring now is very special.
When my mom got sick, I basically just started wearing her wedding ring on my hand. It just helped me to feel close to her. And caring for my mom and all of that, and trying to write and finish the record and take care of the kids, that sort of was part of the catalyst that separated me from my husband in a very weird way, loving and caring for someone else. And so when he and I recommitted ourselves to each other, he gave me a new wedding ring. When he gave me this ring, he had patterned it after my mom's ring. I'm not just wearing him on my hand. I'm wearing him in her.
For Anita Baker, life changes and life lessons. Now she finds herself back where she started, making music with a whole new perspective.
10 years ago, I could not have put men in my life on a record because I would not have wanted people to see how vulnerable I really am. You know, but vulnerable is part of who I am now. And like you say, a wind could blow and I get misty. And it just is what it is.
'Cause the 3 men in my life, yeah, my husband and my sons, yes.
Such a lovely person, and I'm happy to say Anita will be here live for a special pre-Christmas performance on December 23rd. She's going to be singing for us, and she has a major concert tour planned for the summer when her boys are out of school. She doesn't want to be away when they're in school, so she's going to have it in the summer. In anticipation of that, she's doing these little stops, these little venues around the country, because it's been a while. She wants to get back in shape, so to speak. So she was recently at a small venue, and she's on the stage, and she's, you know, they're playing one of her old songs, and she's vamping with her band, and she forgot the words. She forgot the words of the song. The audience started singing the words for her. She thought they forgot. We haven't forgotten. And everyone there, as you can imagine, just crying. But it was a wonderful, wonderful time. Coming up next.